Frontal del área, se va Lamine buscando el remate desde ahí.
That's brilliant.
Para Eric se cayó, Lamine, sigue Lamine, buscará el disparo. ¡Gol!
Se la llevó Lamine Yamal, encara sobre Mkhitaryan, se le va bien, se mete en el área, van a buscar el disparo. ¡Golazo! ¡Golazo!
Being just 16 and already playing for Barcelona's first team, breaking records for Spain, and being called the next Messi. That's not a fantasy, it's the reality of Lamine Yamal. But with the spotlight comes massive pressure. Is he destined to become football's next superstar, or will the hype crush him? Born on July 13, 2007, in Esplugue de Llobregat, a town near Barcelona, Lamine Yamal Nasraoui Ebena was destined for greatness. Raised in the multicultural neighborhood of Rocafonda, Metro, his upbringing was rooted in a blend of Moroccan and Equatorial Guinean heritage. His father, Munir Nasraoui, a painter, and his mother, Sheila Ebena, a waitress, instilled in him values of hard work and perseverance. From a young age, Yamal exhibited an innate talent for football, often playing in the streets with friends. His exceptional skills caught the attention of local scouts, leading to his early enrollment in Barcelona's famed La Masia Academy. By the age of 7, he was already showcasing his prowess, often playing against older opponents, which accelerated his development. His family's unwavering support was pivotal. Despite facing challenges, they prioritized his education and well-being. Yamal's journey wasn't just about football. It was about honoring his roots and making his family proud. This foundation laid the groundwork for what would become a meteoric rise in the football world. But how did a young boy from Rocafonda become a global sensation? Lamine Yamal joined Barcelona's famed La Masia Academy in 2014 at just 7 years old, after a scout spotted his remarkable close control and pace while playing in Metro's Rocafonda neighborhood. His progress was explosive. Coaches soon promoted him above his age group, eventually placing him in the juvenile A squad at just 15. Recognizing his rare football intelligence, Xavi insisted he train with the first team as early as September 2022. Despite not yet holding a professional contract, La Masia even made an exceptional decision to house Yamal on campus, normally reserved for players from outside Catalonia, to better manage his diet, rest, and school workload, ensuring a stable environment for his development. His performances continued to impress at every level. During a U9 match, he earned the nickname the Mini Messi for his dazzling style and maybe being touched by Messi himself. Finally, on April 29, 2023, at 15 years, 9 months, and 16 days old, Yamal made his historic first-team debut in a 4-0 La Liga win over Real Betis, becoming the youngest player to represent Barcelona's first team in over a century. From the moment Lamine Yamal glides onto the pitch, it's like watching a kid who sneaked into a boxing match and started dancing circles around the pros. Only cooler. At just 17 to 18, he's not only the youngest player ever nominated for the Ballon d'Or, but he also won the 2024 Copa Trophy, awarded to the best footballer under 21, by a landslide. Even La Masia legend Gérard Deulofeu believes there's no doubt Yamal should win the Ballon d'Or this year, calling him the greatest football creator. At Euro 2024, the teenager's brilliance wasn't just noticeable, it was impossible to ignore. He earned the Young Player of the Tournament award, breaking record after record, proving that age is just a number when you're dropping passes from another league. Defenders, they don't just get nervous, they panic. His teammate Pau Cubarsí admitted it's tough to track him defensively, because you never know what he's going to come out with. And when even Barcelona coach Hansi Flick scans the kid and says, "There's no defender who can stop you," you know Yamal's control and dribbling have become legend. Fans are equally in awe. On Reddit, one supporter marvels, Lamine at 17 plays in the biggest matches and biggest stadiums. He always proves it. He can't but remind you of Messi. So here's the takeaway. Yamal's flair, composure, creativity, and sheer audacity have catapulted him into Ballon d'Or conversations, left defenders bewildered, and given fans fluttering hearts, all before he's even old enough for a student Metro card. Some defenders wish Lamine was still at school. For all the jaw-dropping talent Lamine Yamal brings, even he isn't perfect. At just 17, his body is still developing, which makes him more vulnerable to injuries, especially with the insane workload of club and country. Barcelona have been careful, but history shows us that overplaying young stars, think Ansu Fati, can derail even the brightest careers. His finishing, while improving, isn't yet at the clinical level of a Mbappe or Haaland. Sometimes he dazzles past 3 defenders only to sky the shot into Rosie, leaving fans both amazed and frustrated. There's also the mental side. The hype is enormous. Being labeled the next Messi is flattering but dangerous. Carrying both Barcelona's and Spain's expectations at such a young age can be crushing. And let's be honest, not even Yamal can dribble past pressure from social media trolls. But here's the exciting part. If he stays healthy and grounded, the possibilities are endless. Multiple Ballon d'Ors? Very possible. Leading Spain to another World Cup or Euros? Definitely. Becoming Barcelona's icon for the next decade? Almost certain. So while there are risks, if Yamal navigates them wisely, defenders won't just fear him in the present. They'll be having nightmares about him well into the future. Comparisons follow Lamine Yamal everywhere, and honestly, he invites them with the way he plays. The most obvious one? Lionel Messi. Like Messi, Yamal is a left-footed winger with magical close control. He hugs the touchline, dances past defenders, and somehow makes the impossible look routine. But unlike Messi, he's still figuring out his finishing. Sometimes his shots look more like souvenirs for the fans in the top row. Then there's Ansu Fati, Barcelona's last teenage prodigy. Fati's early promise was derailed by injuries, something Yamal is desperate to avoid. Coaches keep warning, learn from Ansu and don't burn out too soon. Fans also liken him to Mbappe, especially with his acceleration and fearlessness in big games. The difference. Mbappe has a black belt in goal scoring. Yamal's still working on that certificate. Among youngsters, he's already outshining players like Arda Güler of Real Madrid and England's Kobbie Mainoo, who are talented but haven't broken records at Yamal's level. Even Endrick at Real Madrid, hailed as Brazil's next superstar, finds himself compared to Yamal, though Endrick is more of a striker. The funny part? At just 18, Yamal's biggest rival might actually be his school homework. But if he keeps this trajectory, he's destined to be measured not against others, but against history itself. Lamine Yamal's rise feels like the start of a historic journey. At just 17, he has already broken records for Barcelona and Spain, dazzled at Euro 2024, and placed himself among football's brightest stars. His dribbling, vision, and maturity make him stand out, yet his story is only beginning. Of course, history reminds us that the greatest teenage footballer of all time was Pelé, who won the World Cup at just 17 in 1958 and redefined what a youngster could achieve. Yamal isn't there yet, but with discipline, health, and consistency, he could carve his own place alongside legends.
Just